Hey, hello everyone. You're in the office with Joseph Skoda. It's funny, today we have a unique experience where I'm kind of on scene in the studio doing a little bit of acting, a little bit of filming myself with some friends of mine. And today I want to introduce you to our SciNet director. Our SciNet director, Joseph Holmes, in the house, on the studio. We're going to ask him a little bit about what got him involved in the videos, why he loves what he's doing, what he does for hobbies. Anyway, that's enough about me. This is In the Office with Joseph Skoda. Now let's turn the cameras on to Joseph Holmes. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Great, glad to be here, Joseph.
Awesome. Now, we just got done filming, a lot of good filming, inside the studio, outside the studio, with a little bit of blood, a little bit of gore. I know I got knocked down. Tell us a little bit about what got you involved in what you're doing right now.
Wow, well, here we are on the set of the 7th season of Chronicles of the Unknown. And Chronicles of the Unknown first debuted in 2002 to 2004, and we did a film, so we took a 6-year break, and the last 11 years, there's been 3 films and now 7 seasons of Chronicles of the Unknown. And here we are, this is our new office location for the 7th season.
Well, really quick, I want to look at this great picture up here. Hey, I recognize some of those people in some of your scenes, so this is great. That was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we're still getting on to it. Look at this, fear of the unknown. Tell us a little bit about fear of the unknown.
Fear of the unknown. Well, everyone has a fear of the unknown. That's kind of a known feeling for some people, for most people, maybe. But some people, the unknown is just what it is, the unknown. And I've always been infatuated with the unknown since I was a kid. I've been into science fiction since I was a little boy, starting with X-Files and Star Trek and Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
A lot of films that I was really inspired by, and Chronicles of the Unknown, it came at the right time. Almost 20 years ago, this show found us, and we did a film, the most cheesiest film back in 2002 called Creature, which is on YouTube. And we started with a bunch of young guys working together, and then, we did that first season, that first series, and then 6-year break, and then now we're back going strong still. And it's Chronicles of the Unknown. It's about the case, it's about the investigation, it's about the monster, the alien, the ghost. Each case has its own story. So Joe West, who I play.
It's so much nicer in here.
Oh yeah, and Joe West, who I play, the last 20 years has hunted every known monster and unknown entity there is.
Now, we noticed today when we did some filming, and it was pretty exciting because you bring on new people very often who aren't involved with acting, just kind of want to get hold of your vision and do some crazy things. Yes. And I don't know, one minute I'm up there doing an interview with someone, and the next thing I know, I'm getting knocked over by a monster. So you kind of go back and forth really fast. It's pretty exciting.
It is. Oh yeah, it's it's a rush. I mean, the reason why I love this story so much is because, it's something unique for most things. Because around locally, you have not many people are doing this stuff, and the 6th season was fun. We did 6 episodes, 6 weekends, and it was a grind, but it was fun. Now we're doing 4 episodes this season. The kind of, and Joe West is embarking on new investigations and new, things like that, and but I am very, very happy to be back and meeting new people, new investigators, and new cases. So and the fans won't be disappointed.
So how did you, obviously your name is Joe, but how did you come up with Joe West?
Well,
we live on the West Coast. Is that it?
It's funny because the first pilot film, we used our real names. And then we changed it because, I don't really do this for a living. Joe West, I used to like Wild Wild West, James West.
Sure.
So West was just Joe West. It sounded good. Yeah. And, Joe West and Joseph Holmes are 2 different people. some of the same.
Are you sure?
I mean, I really, like this poster really is in my house.
I want to believe.
And
Sign
I'm
that.
into Bigfoot. I'm into, things like that. But I don't do it for a living.
I'm still not sure what this is.
That's a monster from the 6th season.
Is that right?
Yes, that was in the last season. I just try to bring a little element to,
Sure.
but this season's going to be a thrill, and I think it's going to be a fun season, and I'm excited we're going to new cast, and some of the old cast are coming back, but I love doing it, and I enjoy it so much, and it's a passion of mine.
Well, tell us a little bit about when you started this. I don't know what we just said, 15, 20 years ago. Then you took that 5 or 6 year break in between. Well, what happened, and what made you get interested in starting back up again?
Well, the 6-year break was.
Don't need to know all the details.
No, pretty much I did a lot of cooking. I was in culinary stuff.
Sure.
So I was in the culinary field for a while. Then I worked at a restaurant. So I just focused on work.
Sure.
And then 2010 came around and they said, you should bring back Chronicles after 6 years. It's like, which is 6 years is 6 years. That's quite a while. But we did the first season, the first movie. We were just films. We did the first 3 were just films.
Sure.
And then we did start doing seasons. And then, but films are like, the films were great. They were low budget.
Sure.
But they were fun.
Low budget, no budget. That's how we all start.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm, but the 6-year thing was, I'm glad I did it because it's like, well, I had to itch again.
Sure.
And there was a 3-year lapse from 2018. Obviously the pandemic hit 2020, and then we had 2021. I brought it back for that 6th season.
Sure.
So Joe West is, he could go every year, but we've already. I mean, this year has been all Chronicles pretty much.
Wow.
So.
Have you ever filmed an episode that you were not satisfied with, maybe disappointed with, maybe darn I should have done that? Not necessarily regrets, but maybe something would have changed.
There's always one that you don't really care for much. When I can remember that I've done a lot of them, but the Chronicles episodes are the ones that were about, the case. What was always up the dramatics of it. I don't think there are some that I kind of. Well, I wouldn't say hokey, but you gotta have a good story.
Sure.
I mean, Joe West has done like, gosh, I mean, I can't remember how many numbers I've done. But,
Sure.
I like all of them. I have favorite ones, though. Ones that I think were the best ones.
Yeah.
I mean, and I want this season to be, the one we just filmed was fun. I mean, it was, you would do something different.
Sure.
I mean, you do the Bigfoot, the Chupacabra, the alien, the clown,
There's part of the
like
alien
that,
right there on the table.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean,
I do
but
know.
but I find that those episodes are the ones that, like the ones on here, there's some right here. There's this werewolf one was good.
Sure.
We filmed that in Orchid
Is that
6
right?
years ago. And this one here was 3 years ago.
Okay.
And then we did this. There's Michael now, and we did that in Los Osos.
I want to know where we got the UFOs from. Where did they come from?
Yeah.
I guess we don't want to ask. In the real
Well,
Bigfoot.
yeah. I mean, just then like we got, there's.
Bigfoot. Can it just be a hoax? Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I always think new season, new episodes, and just make new ones.
Sure.
That's what I'm about. That's why I think that we're confident that this season's going to be good.
Well, that's what Joseph Holmes, the director's about. What's Joseph Holmes outside of directing all about? Who's the real you?
The real me.
Put a different outfit on. Do you need a hat?
Well, you're talking about myself personally.
Yourself.
He's the.
Whatever you want to share with everyone else.
He's the hardworking father who makes pizzas all day, works hard, and I enjoy my barbecue. I enjoy my going to the beach.
Sure.
I enjoy my music, movies. I am pretty chill. I like I'm adventurous too.
Sure.
But when you're off season doing films, it's like you're sitting there going like, well, I'm always writing too, and I always think about the next gig,
Sure.
whatever that will be. But
Sure.
I'm enjoying this season right now, and I don't know where Chronicles is going to go. I mean, 20 years is a long time, but I'll know when. I'm enjoying this season right now. That's all I'm going to say.
No, that's great. Now, how do they find the YouTube channel, or how do they find some of these episodes?
Well,
how does their audience find
their
you?
audience, it's on YouTube. We're everywhere. I mean, we're all over the Central Coast. We're being shown in LA right now. My friend down there, he's producing this series. He has a gallery downtown LA, and he's been showing episodes.
Good.
Down in LA, promoting us pretty well down there. So hopefully,
Sure.
But he wanted to take Chronicles to LA, and that could probably happen in the future. But
Sure.
it's this I love doing here. This is where I was born. This is where
Sure.
No,
literally, you live about 20 blocks from the ocean. That's a pretty good place to live.
Yes.
It's a pretty good place to live. I don't care where you are, and we don't see snow but once a decade or so, maybe a couple flurries. It's not a bad place to live. So some of the advantages I see, you can film almost 365 days a year and not get too cold.
Oh, no.
We get cold, but it's a different cold.
We filmed we were in Orchid for 3 films.
Yeah.
And a season, and maybe 2 seasons down at Orchid, and it was more cold.
Sure.
But Chronicles, it's all about new. It's all about new. My goal is to bring the new characters.
Sure. There's a character. Tell us about this character.
How are you?
That is Holly.
Fantastic.
I'm Holly. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Holly. Wave. All right. There it is. There it
She's our new
is.
investigator.
Awesome. So really quick, just a recap of some of your passions and why you're still doing this after nearly 20 years, and what's your vision for your life?
Well,
That's all. Real simple. Real simple.
Well, my vision is to excel, to keep, I serve as a PTO member at my brother's school.
Okay.
I'm PTO vice president there, getting involved in my son's life more, and bettering my job, doing, making, just providing for my family more, and just being happy, and just hopefully share it with someone else.
Sure.
That's but we'll see. But yeah, I have bright plans for the future.
Great. Would you ever want your children to follow your footsteps?
If they want to, they're not shy, so
Not having you as a father.
I was the first in my family to do this stuff. I have no entertainment.
Sure.
There's no. I don't think I have one family member that's ever done a stage play. But I would support it as long as they're happy.
Sure.
It's not easy.
No.
You're writing, casting, and doing everything, and
Everything. Any director,
people
business
play,
owner.
people don't show up, and you gotta like kind of, it happens, and
Sure.
I've had people go to the bathroom on the set and not return.
That's not very good.
I'm like,
Something's
so
wrong.
But we did 16 films. I've done films outside Chronicles.
Sure.
People just know me for Chronicles. But I just did a soap opera last month. Which was a lot of my comfort zone. But I
got you.
And I might be doing another one. So we'll see how next year goes. But Chronicles is exciting, and I think everyone will enjoy it.
Well, great. So before I let you go, what I don't know, what kind of challenges are you looking forward to in the future that will make you even stronger? Or maybe you don't want no more challenges. That's enough already. Should be easy street. I mean, well, what do you see some of the obstacles or the challenges you want to get? Or what do you want to work on?
I mean, doing new stuff, doing new projects I've never done before, like exploring outside the box, and maybe just doing like something I've never done before, like a silent movie or something that something I've done every genre pretty much. I just did this romance comedy soap opera thing,
sure,
which was good. And then, but challenges is just it's the timing. Who wants to be in films? Not many people want to do this job, and I don't think anyone can sit in my seat and here you're in charge of all of it.
That's it.
And you got to make sure they show you. You got to like be it's like an employer.
Yep.
And I'm already a restaurant manager as it is, so I'm like already dealing with that. But challenges ahead, I'm open to them. Everyone you have to be. I mean, I'm looking forward to the future, and I think whenever I decide to something new, I will. And in the meantime, this is home right here. This lab that Holly painted and everything. And
sure. Awesome.
She did this whole wall. This was all.
Is that right?
This was all bad.
Yeah. I pulled
like
up
an office.
some of the episodes from the past, and I said, "Is that a garage or you're filming?" I'm well, let's at least throw some paint on the walls.
We all start that way.
Yeah, but it looks great. I mean,
I think it looks a lot better.
It looks a lot. Oh yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
She did a great job. I'm grateful for Holly. She did a good job.
Well, great. Well, awesome.
But yeah.
Well, Joseph, I want to thank you for taking time between shoots and just showing us your office and where you do a lot of filming at. And I'm starting to get to know you and some of the, staff, some of the actors a little bit better, and I deeply appreciate that. So,
well, thank you, Joseph. I look forward to working. I'm glad you're on the set. Glad you're on the show, and we're gonna have a good run.
All right, thanks a lot. Okay, so everybody, you're in the office with Joseph Skoda, and we move at different places on a regular basis, and it's real important to meet new people and do different things and find out what makes them tick. Now, we're at a complex here, and realize most of people's movies and videos are in someone's backyard or the park or a garage or the balcony, whatever it is, and we have to do to make our vision real. So I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, In the Office with Joseph Skoda. Look me up, josephskoda.com, and definitely get involved with the Social Media Shows Network and tell us your story. Show us what makes you tick. Share your vision with the rest of the world. People want to see it. People want to know what you're doing. And quite frankly, life really can be good. It's not all about money. It's about your passion, doing something you love to do, and hopefully putting a smile on someone's face. Have yourself a great day. Joseph Skoda. Over and out. Bye now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York. So his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provide.
Listen, check it. Try to feel a bridge, instead I burned it down. I tried to lift him up, but found me beaten down to the ground.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Hello, everyone. You're in the office with Joseph Skoda. Now, you can see behind me, obviously, this isn't my office, but a lot of us should be striving to walk, to march, to run to heaven when that time comes for each and every one of us. And that comes up with the question that I want to ask each and every one of you, all of us today. Who are you? What do you represent? What do you want people to think about you after you're gone? I'm so proud to say I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a cousin, I'm a nephew, I'm a lover, I'm a leader, I'm a commander, I'm a veteran. I got my own business, a lot of different things I describe myself as, but probably the most thing that is more important than the rest of those things, am I a Christian or not? Am I Catholic? Am I a Muslim? Am I practicing my faith? Now, a lot of us, at least here in America, I'm not going to talk about the whole world, but when we believe in something and when we research and study it and truly know it's right, we're supposed to live it. Now, as a Christian, I have a lot of Christian friends and Catholic friends and family members also. Talk about it. We'll go to church each and every Sunday. We'll pray on a regular basis. But we often don't pray for the right reasons. Here's something I heard today in church, and it was, I don't remember the exact words. It's like, pray again, or try prayer again, pray once more, something to that effect. Pray once more. Because you and I have prayed in the past, and maybe it did or did not come true, or maybe we prayed the wrong way, or the timing was wrong, or we quite frankly didn't know what we were asking God. And the message that came from my church today, I went to the Pacific Christian Center in Santa Maria, and it was just pray once more. Now we know if we have faith that we prayed once already, it should be good enough, right? But in the Bible it says pray often, pray constantly, not 24/7, but each and every day, of course. Because that also shows faith. That the more often I pray, hey God, don't forget. Hey God, remember it. God, I'm still here waiting. And here's an issue, something else you brought up, is sometimes we want to tell God how to fix our problem. Hey God, this is what I need from you. Or hey God, you can fix my issue this way. God already knows how to do those things. But more often than not, we want to tell him what we expect from him. I mean, really? And that's getting back to our life. Who are we? What do we truly believe in? Who do we trust? And we know in today's society, it's very difficult to trust anyone, even our schools, definitely our leaders, and even family members, because we're all bombarded day in and day out with this negativity, with someone trying to reprogram our brains, with people changing our history. Yet, very few of us challenge it. Very few of us question what's really going on around us. Most of us turn a blind eye, turn our head one way or the other, or just choose to utterly ignore what's going on around us. Now, as a veteran, I made an oath to defend the Constitution against foreign and domestic enemies. I never thought we'd have the domestic enemies that we do in our government today, ever in my life, as bad as it is. It's so obvious, and no one's hiding anything anymore. Yet, very few of us are doing much about it. We're doing better today than we were 6 months ago, and I'm sure we'll do better tomorrow than we even did yesterday. But are you willing to research, ask those hard questions, change your mind if you have to, and find the truth, and move forward with the new knowledge that you have? We get knowledge every day. Some of it's even true. Some of it may even be correct. But be careful where you get it from. We can't really trust CNN for sure. We can't trust all of Fox, and definitely not MSNBC. And there are some things out there that we can trust. But I forgot, I don't remember, it's 6 or 7 families that own all the media across the United States and most of the world. So how can you trust one newspaper when it's the same owner, the same family that owns the other newspaper right next door? Do your own research. Do you know who George Soros is? If you don't, you should. He's public enemy number 1, not just the United States, but worldwide. Why are we trying to defend our freedom so much in our country, and yet we're letting people take it away? We're letting people mask us and blind us and force us into submission because of fear of something. Fear of losing our jobs, fear of losing our family, fear of losing our way of life. Yeah, those things are happening right now, whether you mask yourself or not. And sadly, some of us are going to have to stand up and take what might come our way to ensure our children, our grandchildren, their grandchildren can enjoy the freedoms that you and I used to enjoy. Do you think fuel prices are not going to steadily keep increasing, or food prices are not going to go up, or the cost of shipping something to your house or medication is not going to be through the roof? Sure it is. Think again. Think again. We're being challenged. And a few of us are starting to step up now, but the first 6 months of this year has been very dreadful for most of us. Who are you? What do you represent? What do you want your kids to think about you? Like I said, sure, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a nephew, a leader in a lot of different aspects, a lot going on in my life. But darn it, nothing is more important than our relationship with God Almighty. Nothing. And you don't have to go tell a priest your sins or a friend your sins or anyone your sins. The man upstairs. And guess what? He already knows our shortcomings. He designed us. He knows we're going to have shortcomings. But still, I think any father, any parent would like their kid to come to them and say, yeah, I know I kind of messed up again, and I'm sorry. Please help guide me, and please continue to love me. And that's a good father. That's a good parent. That's someone who really cares. And that is God. Now, with all that being said, definitely pay attention to who you want to be. Who do you want to represent? And if you might work for Google or the FBI or, I don't know, Sheriff's Department, Fire Department, all those things, and truly believe in your company and the product and the service that you provide for others. And that's great. And you realize a lot of these large companies donate money to not so good areas. Believe it or not, have you ever looked at a Planned Parenthood? They don't talk anything about planning being a parent, quite just the opposite. I'm trying not to bash fingers or point to people, because all of us have sinned. All of us have made mistakes. All of us are still growing. And there's more fear today than ever before. Even when it was probably World War I, World War II, Korean War, I don't know, that's before my time. But there's fear out there. And we're not even pointing guns at one another. But you and I both know, and And we pray every morning, I hope there's not going to be a civil war today. I hope there's not going to be a civil war tomorrow. But maybe it has to happen. We're going to have to fight this battle, and there's a devil out there controlling a lot of things going on around us. Now hold it. God lets it happen. You could say that. God gives us the freedom of choice, real choice. Do this or don't do that, but you're going to suffer the consequences either way. Man is what screwed up this world, not God, man. We made a lot of poor decisions, even with the great inventions that we made, getting into the wrong hands. Greed, power over other people has taken the forefront of what's really important. Now I love the social media shows network because I can talk like this freely, even though I upload this into different, in Vimeo, you'll see it on YouTube and through other social media channels. It's so darn important to continue our message, even though if we lose the power tomorrow, even if we lose this media platform the next day, even if something happens where my camera, my computer doesn't work. We don't have to get on this platform to share what's important to us, but we need to share what's important to us as often as we can. Don't live in fear, but be cautious. Research the truth. Don't just take what you see on the newspaper, especially social media, as making a positive difference in your life. And definitely don't trust Hollywood and paid actors to tell you how you're supposed to live your life. You're better than that. I'm better than that. Let's love on each other once again in a good way. Let's respect each other every day. Let's call. Let's follow up. Let's find out where people are and how they're feeling that we haven't seen or heard from in a while. Isn't that who you really want to be or want to be known as? Someone who cares, someone who has passion, someone who will step up and do what needs to be done to ensure there's calm, peaceness. Don't we all want to just wake up and relax and not be so stressed? We have to de-stress ourselves first before we can help people around us. We have to seek knowledge first before we can help those around us. We need to challenge what we're being told from time to time, more often now than ever before we can ask others to do the same thing we're doing and challenge what just doesn't make sense. Think about it. Who are you? What do you want to accomplish? And what legacy do you want to leave? Because one day we're going to answer to that man upstairs. And we hope you have a good answer. And guess what? He already knows the truth. With that being said, this is Joseph Skoda. Over and out. Seek, deliver. Not just be a good person, be a follower, be a believer, and do what's right. Have yourself a great day now. Joseph Skoda, over and out. Bye. If you liked our show, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or find us on any social media platform, Instagram, of course, Facebook. Like, subscribe, share. We appreciate it. Let us know your thoughts and join our team. Anyways, we appreciate you staying tuned week after week, day after day, because we continuously build up our network to bring to you what you're asking for. Have a great day. Hey, hello everyone. You're in the office with Joseph Skoda. It's funny, today we have a unique experience where I'm kind of on scene in the studio doing a little bit of acting, a little bit of filming myself with some friends of mine. And today I want to introduce you to our SciNet director. Our SciNet director, Joseph Holmes, in the house, on the studio. We're going to ask him a little bit about what got him involved in the videos, why he loves what he's doing, what he does for hobbies. Anyway, that's enough about me. This is In the Office with Joseph Skoda. Now let's turn the cameras on to Joseph Holmes. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Great, glad to be here, Joseph.
Awesome. Now, we just got done filming, a lot of good filming, inside the studio, outside the studio, a little bit of blood, a little bit of gore. I know I got knocked down. Tell us a little bit about what got you involved in what you're doing right now.
Wow, well, here we are on the set of the 7th season of Chronicles of the Unknown. Chronicles of the Unknown first debuted in 2002 to 2004, and we did a film, so we took a 6-year break, and the last 11 years, there's been 3 films.